marriage and stuff.
What? Wait a second.
Or shortly after. Like, I have to have a connection with someone to be intimate with them. You know?
I get that. When I saw you at the airport, I had an instant attraction to you.
So Gino's out here telling this woman, Natalie, that him and Jasmine never had any intimacy after marriage. The last time they were physical together was before marriage. Crazy work. And this guy in the same sentence says that I have to be physically attracted to somebody. If I'm Natalie, my response isn't, oh, I was attracted to you as soon as I saw you. My reaction is, so why the hell did you marry her? That would be my reaction. Like, where's the common sense here? The level of stupidity of these peoples, eh? But hey, let's get into this one.
This open marriage, it was a bad idea after all.
I haven't frozen, just wanted to do that. Anyway, more of the situation is that Jasmine really thought that an open marriage was going to be a good idea. Hell no, it's never going to be a good idea. This woman is absolutely crazy. Am I surprised that this is what she's saying? No. But do I believe that she believes what she's saying? That she's saying it from a place that matters, a place that's coming from a good place? Oh, now that one is where it gets a little bit interesting. Because for me personally, she could be saying it because she wants to now portray herself in the camera for the first time as, you know, the good person. As the person that's now taking accountability for her actions. You never know. But let's continue.
Shocked to hear that Gino is in Las Vegas seeing a woman. This is none of the things that we agree on the open marriage. We needed to be introduced to the third person.
I mean, she's not lying though. In the last resort, those are the rules. And let's not forget, Gino set the rules. He set the rules. And he's already breaking his own rules. So yeah, there is a whole lot of truth behind that. But this is what makes things spicy. Because remember, at the tail of the last resort, Gino made it seem as if Jasmine was the one that did everything wrong. And he did nothing wrong. Well, this season's about to tell all, and so far, Gino has not started on a good foot. Why? Well, we're about to get into that. Well, Exhibit A, not sticking to his own rules. That's Exhibit A. There's another exhibit. Let's get into it.
Ahead of time and agreed. Who the you think he's like? He really thinks that he's single and that he can be going out. Like, I am not dating anyone. I'm not even dating Matt.
You know the maddest thing is the fact that Jasmine thought Gino would actually stick to his own rules, unless she knew Gino was gonna break his own rules, so therefore that would be her get out free card. But let's not underestimate the intelligence of Jasmine. She definitely is somebody that can play the chessboard and manipulate certain moves here, there, and everywhere. Let's not forget that.
Well, I agreed to an open marriage.
Okay, wait a second. I'm trying to figure out how I fit in this whole scenario.
And now we are at Exhibit B, where Gino has obviously been talking to this woman for a certain amount of time, and the whole time she had no idea that she was stepping into a life where this man was still married in an open marriage. Not married and separated, married and in an open marriage. Ooh, this is where Gino is definitely exposing himself because he made everything seem as if it's all Jasmine's fault. I feel like this is the season where Gino really gets exposed for his madness.
Am I part of this open relationship? Like, are you still in this open marriage with Jasmine? Many months, and he has never mentioned once about an open marriage.
It's been several months, and this man has never mentioned it. Now, if I'm this woman here, Natalie, it's a very simple situation. I'm walking away. I'm not going to say anything. I'll just be like, oh, okay, bye. Know your worth and run. But instead of knowing her worth,
an open marriage is very different than just telling me your wife moved out or you kicked your wife out. Tell me a lot of negative stuff about Jasmine, and I'm just wondering if I'm just here to be used as a pawn against her. And
let's process this. You have been talking to a man for months. Didn't tell you the full truth about his marriage situation. You finally find out the truth, and now you're thinking maybe you're just a pawn in the game. Why would you still stick around? Why would you even care to want to stick around? Why would you even care to give him a chance? Because the man has already shown you that he has the ability to do what? To withhold information. That's what he's got the ability to do. Is that a man that she wants to trust moving forward? Remember, Natalie said last week that she's fed up with always dating these bad boys. Okay, so therefore she wanted to go with someone a bit more nerdy because hopefully that person will be a bit more subtle and won't mess her about. I said last week, well, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, but that is not always the case. Ladies, it doesn't matter what type of guy that you date in this world, okay? If he's on some sort of madness where he wants to behave like this is gonna happen. Look at it this way: Colt is not a bad boy, but the guy has never been loyal in any of his marriages. Do you see what I'm saying? So when people think they are downgrading because they are trying to go for someone who's gonna give them peace, that isn't always the case. I promise you now. But nonetheless, though, this woman Natalie clearly showed me in this one scene that she has no respect for herself because she's there still entertaining a conversation with him after the lie, the withholding of the information. You know when people see the red flags at the very beginning, but then they say, "Oh, I'm sure this is just a blip. Oh, I'm sure he was just nervous to tell me." No. That first initial red flag is the only red flag that you need to know that this is probably not going to be a good relationship. Let me bounce now before I get too emotionally attached. Even though she probably already is because Gino's been talking to her for bloody months. But either way, though, it's not that deep because the first time she's met him, so therefore she can run. But of course she didn't do that, did she now?
A lot more complicated than what I was really hoping for Jasmine.
Yep, more than what you was hoping for, but you was hoping for a more drama-free life because you was not going for the bad boys no more.
To know that you moved on. I think you need to decide if this is headed for divorce. And then if you do want to see me again, I just need you to get closure.
Lady, do you know what though? I respect the move that she's put in next. I respect the move where she said you have to let her know that, listen, your relationship is done and you're moving forward. I respect the move because that's her saying, okay, cool, well, the only way I'm going to know you're going to be a genuine dude is if you cut ties with her. But again, the fact that she thinks that this will solve this situation is bonkers. Even if he sat there and said to Jasmine, listen, okay, I'm done with you, I want to be with Natalie, that wouldn't make a difference because it means that because either way he has displayed that he has not got the ability to be truthful. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes at the very beginning, can we get away with certain little white lies or, are we allowed to kind of, let certain things slide and push them under the rug? I mean, yeah, we can. Depending on what it is, it can be. But obviously, that's up to us to choose what it is, right? But I would say that if something is basically testing your worth to yourself, you run. Because this situation here is based on her worth. Is she worth being with a guy who cannot be transparent with her from the very get-go? That is the question that she has to ask herself. Because if she says, listen, I can't be with a guy who can't be honest with me from the get-go, well, then I'm going to leave now and just try something else, then that is the best thing she should do. Because even if she ends up feeling as if, oh, maybe this was the missed opportunity to be with Gino, or she regrets it because maybe she should have given him a chance. No. Even if you feel like after, that doesn't matter. You still made the right choice based on your worth. Making a choice based on your worth is not incorrect unless, of course, your worth is bonkers. For example, if your worth is based on money, materialistic things, on a unreasonable level, different conversation. But if your worth is based on things that have no money involved, things that are based on how somebody treats you, listen to yourself. Come on now. But nonetheless, though, we're just getting started with Gino, Jasmine, and Natalie, and Matt as well. Looking forward to the season. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.